Good morning. Today is Monday, November 15th, 2021, and this is your 5 minutes of Monday morning inspiration. My name is Brandon, and I'm a pastor with the passion to help people find their purpose. And in the next 5 minutes, I'm going to be sharing with you some principle-based wisdom from the Bible that when you apply it to your life will help you find and fulfill God's plan and purpose for your life. So I started a series last week called The Universal Laws of Creation. And the first law that we looked at was the law of planting and harvesting. Now, I read a passage of scripture to you from Galatians 6, verse 7 through 9. And I want to reference verse 9 because it segues into the next law that I want to talk to you about, which is the law of consistent action. The law of consistent action can be found all throughout the Bible. Probably one of the most profound sections can be found in Hebrews chapter 11. And this is all centering around consistency and specifically the reward that came for being consistent in the area of faith. It says in verse 1, faith shows the reality of what we hope for. It is the evidence of things we cannot see. Through their faith, the people in the days of old earned a good reputation. By faith, we understand that the entire universe was formed at God's command, and what we now see did not come from anything that can be seen. It was by faith that Abel brought a more acceptable offering to God than Cain did. Abel's offering gave evidence that he was a righteous man, and God showed his approval of his gifts. Although Abel is long dead, he still speaks to us by his example of faith. It was by faith that Enoch was taken up to heaven without dying. He disappeared because God took him. For before he was taken up, he was known as a person who pleased God. Now, verse 6 is what I want you to pay special attention to today. It says, and it is impossible to please God without faith. Anyone who wants to come to him must believe that God exists and that he rewards those who sincerely seek him. This passage of scripture is beautiful and wonderful, and it goes on to talk about many people throughout the ages who were consistent in their actions. They consistently believed and they acted in accordance with their faith. And this universal law of consistency produced for these people wonderful results. Now here's a quote I read this past week in a book I've been reading and enjoying by a bodybuilder, powerlifter, nutritionalist named Stan Efferding. He says this, what's the best exercise? Like if you can think of all the exercises that you can do, all the workout programs that you can do, what is the best exercise? And his answer is the one you'll do. And he says this, what's the best diet? Everybody knows there's lots of different nutrition plans and foods you can eat in combinations. What's the best one? And his answer, the one you'll follow. And here's the reason why. I'm adding this, my own spin on this. The reason that the best exercise is the one you'll do and the best diet is the one you'll follow is because consistency is king. Now this is a bold statement. Consistency is the king. And it's the king because what you consistently do over time will produce the harvest and the results that you're going to get. Think of it like you're stepping back from yourself, like you're watching your whole life on a movie screen. Or think of it this way, that you've asked a child to come into the room that's 7 or 8 years old, and they're going to watch the movie screen of your day-to-day life, week-to-week life, and they're going to pick out the top 5 things that they see you consistently doing. If you were to do this, what would you write down? What would you list? These things that can be clearly seen even by a child will be the things that define the outcome of your life. So we want to think in terms of what am I consistently doing each and every day, because this is building the legacy of who I am. If you enjoyed this 5 minutes of Monday morning inspiration, my encouragement and my ask is that you'd share this video with someone that you care about, a friend, a family member, or a coworker, and that you would never forget this, that God cares about the big and the small, even just the smallest, even your thoughts and feelings, the smallest details of your life. And he cares about those things because he loves you. I hope that you have an awesome Monday.